pie. And this is not just any pecan pie. It is my Grandma Roxy's recipe.
Ooh, Grandma Roxy? Who's that?
She's my mom's mom. Do you want to tell them it's called Kentucky Pecan Pie?
It's called Kentucky Pecan Pie. We're going to be making Kentucky Pecan Pie.
Kentucky Pecan Pie by Roxy Jones. So to start this recipe, you need a pie shell. You can either make your own pie dough or you can buy it if you'd like. We have made our own and it is chilling in the fridge.
Chilling.
Chilling. Ta-da!
Pizza pie.
We have a 9-inch pie dish that we are going to bake our pie in. And we have our disc of dough we're going to roll out. Whenever you roll out pie dough, you want it to be nice and cold. It makes it easier to manage and manipulate that way. We have all-purpose flour to dust our table with. Just a light dusting on the bottom and on the top. Make sure you have enough room on your table.
Where's my water?
Over there. Also make sure that your disc is in a nice circle. Start with the shape that you want to end with. Now I have a French rolling pin. I find like this is my favorite one to use.
Excuse me, Mom. I'm going to try to find yours.
Find yours?
Yeah. I got it.
When you roll, you want to roll in an X motion. So we're going to go one way.
Other way.
Perfect. Okay, and then I do a little quarter turn. You go one way.
Other way.
Exactly, yep. And I never go completely off the edge because that will make a really thin piece of dough. Stop before
You don't want a thin piece, or otherwise it's going to be hard to cook.
And if you have any cracking points, just push them back together.
If you get any messy stuff on your hands, just wash it after this. Just wash your hands.
And always make sure that your dough is moving because you don't want to roll this all out and then have it stuck to your table. We want it to be about 1 inch larger than our pie plate, so I've got a little further to go. Almost there.
One way.
And
Other way.
now hopefully if you made your dough the right way, it should be multicolored like this. This is a nice flaky dough. You can see the butter pieces ribboned throughout the flour pieces. Okay, let's see. That looks pretty good. Now we're going to pick it up and place it into
It tastes kind of like air conditioner.
air conditioner?
Yeah.
What does that mean? Now that our pie dough is in our pie dish, you're going to start by pressing the center in first, and then press it into the corners and the sides. Now we're going to lift, and we're going to tuck in all that extra edge. Tuck it in, tuck it in. You definitely want to do this before you get your filling made. We're pressing the edges and we're spreading it so it is the same thickness all throughout. So you can kind of move it over if one part is a little thicker. Just press it so everybody feels the same. And now this is the trick of crimping. So you could leave it like this if you want. You could use a fork if you like. I like to feed the bird. So you have your little hungry bird here, and then you have your other finger. Pick how big you want it to be and just stick with it. Keep that finger the same size all throughout. Now not only am I pressing it into my fingers, I'm pressing it into the side of the pan. And do this all the way around. Okay, there we go. Now we're just going to do a little docking to try and keep it from shrinking a lot in the pan as it's baking. But make sure you don't make any big holes because pecan pie is very sticky, and if it goes through the bottom of your pie dough, it'll just make your pie stick straight to the pan. So just a few small hooks. That's it. Now this is going to go into the fridge while we make our filling. Now I have all of my ingredients measured out for our filling. We are going to start with dark brown sugar, that's important, and salt. Then to that we are going to add corn syrup. We have a whole cup of corn syrup here. Nobody said pecan pie was healthy. Don't ever look up the calorie intake of one slice of pecan pie. Once you get all that corn syrup in there, mix it all together. Oh, it's so sticky. Blah. To that, you're going to add 1 teaspoon of vanilla. I'm already a sticky mess. Now the next step is very important. Make sure that you have melted butter, but you've also let it cool, and that you have room temperature eggs. Crack your room temperature eggs into a separate bowl. That's because you might get shell in there. Yikes! If you do, just use the shell to fish it out. Now just lightly beat those to break up those yolks. It makes it easier to combine them with your sugar mixture. And then dump those in. Mix these until you can't tell the difference of egg and sugar mixture. My oven is preheated to 350, so this is perfect timing. Now I need some help. Please? Okay, so this is where we need to do something with help. We have to slowly add the butter while you whisk, okay? So please do a nice slow, steady stream. Okay? Okay. Once you have a nice, smooth, silky mixture, go ahead and grab your pie shell out of the fridge. I like to put my pies on a baking tray, that way it's easier to pull them out of the oven when they're done, and just in case anything might want to spill over. This one I don't think should have any problems, but you never know. Whole pieces of pecans. 1 heaping cup, pour into the shell. Now you take that beautiful silky brown mixture and go ahead and pour it right on top of those pecans. Scrape all that good stuff out of there. Do your best to not get any on the edges, and dunk all of those pecans into that mixture. You want to make sure that all of them have been covered and coated in that sugar mixture. That way they don't burn while they're in the oven. And also make sure that you can evenly distribute them throughout the pie. They're going to want to float anyway. Now we are ready to go into our 350-degree oven. It's going to bake for about 45 minutes to an hour. When it's done, it's going to dome up a little bit, and you're going to tap it, and it's just going to jiggle a little bit like Jell-O. Here we go.
Hey guys, we're all done!
We did it! Alright, this is still very hot, but once it's cool enough to touch...
Jiggle, 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 jiggle.
Exactly, that's what you want to look for. That way you know it's done.
If you have one of these things, you can just shake it and see if it goes jiggle, 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 jiggle.
About halfway through baking, I put a sheet of aluminum foil just loosely on top to make sure that our pie dough didn't burn and that the top didn't get too dark also. This baked for about an hour and 10 minutes. Let this cool until you can just touch the edges and then stick it in the fridge. Alright, so stick this in the fridge overnight, I like best, and then pull it out for Thanksgiving.
Happy Thanksgiving, everybody!
We hope you have a very happy Thanksgiving, and we'll see you in December. Oh yes, so calendars for next year, 2025 Peach Betty calendars will be available Black Friday. 12 more recipes, 12 more videos.
12 more. Bye!